This video is brought to you by MagicJank.com, the spiciest cards for your sauciest decks. Buy and sell Magic the Gathering products and gear today on MagicJank.com. What is up, Janksters? It's your boy Graham, also known as HamHocks42 on the internet. Thank you for understanding. I've been a little bit absent here on the YouTube. I've been actually quite sick, and you might be able to hear my voice is still a little raw, but I'm so much better now, it's not even funny. So, we're back at it, and today I have a Patreon submission from our buddy Bunyip, who has really been enjoying the Nazgûl as of late, and this is an Orzhov Nazgûl list that Bunyip sent in. So Bunyip, thank you for joining the Patreon. Thank you for submitting this deck. I really appreciate it, because honestly, you're onto something here, and it is a lot of fun. So with this deck, we obviously have the 9 Nazgûl, because if you want 1, you want 9. It's just how it works. And naturally, we've got one of each art because it's dope, so why not? We also then are rocking Faceless Agent. So this list is historic, so we have access to all the alchemy stuff, not to mention a ton of excellent interaction that has been available throughout the course of, the recent game as far as the arena is concerned. Like, we got it all. So we have things like Faceless Agent. We also have Vanishing Verse, which is absolutely insane. We have Orcish Bowmasters, who's honestly just one of the best 2-drops in the format. And you may ask, oh, do you mean historic? No, I just mean the formats. Like, all of them. Like, Orcish Bowmasters is absolutely incredible. Every format, just run it. Flowering of the White Tree is kind of brilliant here. The way that this works is it is a strictly better Glorious Anthem, in that for white, well, it is legendary, so that's a bit of a downside unlike Glorious Anthem, but that's the only downside. Other than that, it only costs 2, double white. It drops legendary creatures you control get +2/+1 and ward 1. And then even non-legendary creatures you control get +1/+1. So it just buffs the entire squad. If any of them are legendary, even better. We also have a cheeky one-of Frodo Sauron's Bane, because when you're running a lot of Nazgûl, you are going to be getting those ring temptations. It's going to happen, no question. And then we also have Kaya's Ghost Form, which is kind of awesome. The Kaya's Ghost Form can stick onto our Nazgûl, so if they die, they just loop. We also have Orcish Bowmasters, which wears Kaya's Ghost Form very, very well, and can produce some insane value. Yeah, and then we got Sheoldred's Edict, Vanishing Verse, and Banalish Sleeper, which is kind of a fun, sleeper card. And it's a 3/1 for 1 and a white, and when it enters the battlefield, if you kicked it, which is only 1 black, each player sacrifices a creature. So it kind of has that Plague Crafter or like Fleshbag Marauder style ability, where like it drops, everybody sacks something, which worst case scenario, you can sack itself. So great. And if you have an Orcish Bowmasters wearing a Kaya's Ghost Form, okay, you can sacrifice that, you get the ETB again, boom, life is good. So really cool things can happen. And then we also have Elishnorn Mother Machines, who honestly is a little bit win more, but if you can get that down and then start dropping Nazgûl or drop Faceless Agent, which, by the way, Wraith is our most popular creature type in the whole deck. So when Faceless Agent drops, you're going to go grab a Nazgûl or another Faceless Agent. Those are your only choices. You're going to get one of those. So that can get out of hand really, really fast. And when you're dropping Nazgûl and every time the ring tempts you, the Faceless Agent gets the counters for each of the Nazgûl because it is a Wraith. So that's just delicious. I'm a big fan. So this deck, it's all about getting Nazgûl value while removing your opponent's things. And honestly, I really like it. So this is the list that Bunyip submitted. Now, you'll notice a couple of things. One, like, only 2 Bowmasters, which I personally think there's no reason not to run 4 Bowmasters, in my opinion. And the lands themselves could use a little bit of a buff. Additionally, Elishnorn is a little bit win more, as previously stated. So I actually modified this list a little bit. I took a little bit of a tweak to it and created my own variant. And we're going to be playing both today as far as gameplay goes, but I'm going to show you that one real quick. So here's my version, kind of dialed in a little bit. You'll notice I got the pathways, I've got the pain lands, I've got the fast lands, and we've got the shocks. So, and you'll notice we took Elishnorn out. We're also up to 4 Bowmasters. I went down to 3 Ghost Forms, and I buffed up the Frodo Sauron's Bane. That is a really sneaky way to win a game that certain decks just cannot deal with. And it represents a 1-drop that your opponent is going to prioritize removing. So I think that's important. Now, I kept the Banalish Sleepers. I thought the 2 Flowering of the White Tree was just exactly what we needed. So that didn't go anywhere. I also did not touch the sideboard, so I'm going to just leave it collapse, because I'm looking at this from a best of 1 perspective. So that's what we're doing. It's Nazgûl, baby. It's Nazgûl value with early tempo. So we have a ton of removal and Kaya's Ghost Form to help protect our board. and we just Nazgul snowball. That is all we're doing. We don't have any wipes. We don't have any big bombs. It's just Nazgul, Nazgul, Nazgul. And the reality is, that can win you games. Like, honestly, I almost want to splash green into this just to put 4 copies of Coco just to even go even more ridiculous. You know, you could do that. You could easily do that. So this deck is just, it's Nazgul tempo is ultimately what we're doing. So with that, I want to give a huge shout out, huge thank you to Magic Jank for sponsoring the channel, as well as all my patrons. I would not be able to do it without you. Y'all rock. So with that, let's jump out into the ranked queue. I'm going to play Bunyip's version for a couple of games first, and then we're going to take mine, and we'll see how we do. All right, here we go. This is the list as submitted. So you'll notice we have Elesh Norn, we have the Vanishing Verse, we also have Banalish Sleeper, and 2 lands. Now, only 2 lands is not ideal. I definitely want to make sure we find the third, especially if we're sitting on a Norn. But I'm going to rock this out because we have both of our colors represented, so we will be able to hit Vanishing Verse right on 2. You'll also notice this deck is not leveraging Fatal Push or Thoughtseize. The reality is, just about any black deck could use those, but I thought it'd be more interesting to see what happens if we didn't include them. So I'm going to rock out the Banalish Sleeper just to put 3 power on the board. There's a high likelihood it's going to get removed, but if that gets removed, that's removal that doesn't hit one of my Nazgûl later. So that's cool with me. Now at this point, all we know is our opponent's playing white, and they got black in there too now. Okay, cool. And they're committed to this. They got the fancy lands. Gotta love the fancy lands, baby. You know what? I've got removal back in Sheoldred's Edict and Vanishing Verse. We've got 3 power on board. Let us push the issue. All right, so they're gonna drop Bowmasters. I'm gonna verse the Bowmasters, get that sucker gone. They do get to amass, they still get to deal the damage, so Sleeper bites it. But their Bowmasters are out here. Honestly, we're not gonna be drawing that many more cards unless we get a Ring Bearer going, which, I mean, hopefully we do in the not too distant future. So, never keep one-landers, don't do it. All right, I'm gonna throw down Frodo. And the chances of him getting completely demolished here are very high. All right. 2 landers, man. 2 landers. They get me in trouble. All right. That's okay. All right. So Frodo is going to get marched. Yep. I was trying to play the tempo game with the sleeper, and they're just like, no, I'm playing a tempo game with the Orc Army. Deal with it. So here we are. Land? You're not a land. That is not helpful. Honestly, that in my hand last turn would have been great. Yeah, so we're just getting mana screwed. That's just the bottom line. But that said, this deck is low to the ground. Like, once we get 3 mana, we can start doing stuff. So, who knows? All right, this is just 1 damage. I kind of don't care. I want to keep the Edict up in case of something else. Yep. Cool. This deck is running 24 lands, if I'm not mistaken. And, yeah, 24 lands. And we have 2 of them. And they were in the starting 7. We've seen 12 cards. It's unfortunate. These things happen, but here we are. All right. Now, that said, our opponent's stuck on 3, and they probably have a bunch of 4-drops in their hand, and they're pissed that they can't take advantage of those. But, well, here we are. All right. Post combat. You know what? I'm just going to do it. Bonus action creature token. I'm going to spend premium removal to get rid of a 1/1 Orc Army. Woo! Don't feel great about that, but here we are. Because at this point, like, they're on Orzhov. I know how much removal Orzhov has. Underworld Dreams, okay. I mean, Banalish Sleeper. I can't like these draws, man. It was a greedy, like, it was a kind of greedy keep, like, but we only need 3 lands. This is the thing. Like, we only need 3, and so our opponent is also playing removal deck, which I can't be mad because I'm Howling Mine, bruh. You rock. Thank you. I'm still not gonna find land though. Okay, thank you. Holy cow. All right. I'm just gonna rock out the Faceless Agent here. Keep it simple. What are we finding? We found a Nazgul. I like that artwork on that one too. Very threatening with the scimitar. It's really neat. Yeah, scary stuff. I dig it. That's actually one thing. Another Howling Mine? Tight, dog. Thank you. Now I saw the Underworld Dreams in their graveyard. They're rocking the Orcish Bowmaster, and they're rocking. Yeah, they're rocking the Orcish Bowmaster. Yeah, they're rocking the Bowmaster themselves. They only have 1 back. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna set it down. Boom. Bam. And then this is hitting for an additional one because this Faceless Agent is in fact an army. You got your Howling Mines. Do you have the removal for the Bowmaster? They do. Of course they do. But force them to have it. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. All right. Cool. And so we're going to be able to throw down a Nazgûl next turn and put a Kai's Ghost Form on it. That seems pretty tasty to me. I like it. I like it. And that's also going to buff our Faceless Agent, not only because the ring is going to be tempting us, but also because it's a Wraith. So sweet. Yep. You're going to give me 1,000,000 cards. I'm not mad at it. All right. So, Ashnaz. Here we go. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. And then just slap the Ghost Form on it and swing on in. Let's go. Boom. All right. Probably should put the Ghost Form on the Nazgûl, but I'm not mad at this. They still have only 4 lands. They have... Okay, so we were getting mana screwed early. Our opponent clearly got even more mana screwed. The One Ring. All right, cool. The hey, were you having fun? Well, knock it off. Situation. Neat. Yeah, so we're gonna dump that. Sure. Let me draw 1,000,000 cards. I mean, I like drawing 1,000,000 cards. It is nice. I will take it. We'll just stick Mom. Mom's home. Let's go. Excuse me. All right. So we got Mom in the house. Yep, they might as well draw. That's gonna enter tap, so whatevs. I'm not even on the second level of the ring. They have protection from everything, so no point in swinging. I can dump the swamp and not feel bad about it. Cool. So One Ring did his thing. Howling Mine's going to draw them 1,000,000 cards like they do. I do like Howling Mines. I can't be mad at it. But let's see. Do they have any kind of board wipe? Because honestly, even the Kai's Ghost Form is going to help me out dramatically on that front. Yeah, and it's got Ward 1 because it's a legend of a Flowering the White Tree. So, I mean, and we're going to drop a Nazgûl next turn as well. So if they wipe here... And that's the other cool thing about Kai's Ghost Form. Even if it goes to exile, it comes back. So even if they have like a Sunfall or something that would, or a Farewell, that would otherwise normally pants this situation, it would theoretically. Although actually Farewell would exile the Kai's Ghost Form as well, so I don't know that we would get the trigger. Well, here we go. Let's test it. We do, because it goes into exile simultaneously. Yes. All right. So that did hit my enchantments, which sucks. I'm not happy about that, but it's okay. I believe we still have the win here. Cool. So that's going to come in. We're going to draw just 1,000,000 cards because our opponent is very generous. And I do appreciate that, opponent. Thank you for all the cards. The card draw has been just truly fantastic. So here we go. Ashnaz. Kimbaduk. Or however that's pronounced. So Faceless Agent gets the +1/+1 counter and becomes our Ring Bearer. And then we can drop another Nazgûl, which is going to put 2 more counters on the Faceless Agent. Seems decent. And our opponent's completely tapped out. They can tap the One Ring and draw some more cards. But that's it. There comes another Naz. Boom. Yeah, and Agent gets 2 more counters. That's 5 damage. Let's see, is this connect? I do like what our opponent's doing. The card draw punishing with the One Ring. Howling Mine is interesting tech. Howling Mine's dangerous though. When you hate on your opponent for drawing cards, you're giving them cards, and they can use those cards to beat you. So be very careful about these kind of strategies. And in this situation, we were able to cobble together a line that got in for Xaxes. So the use of the ring is clever. We had answers to their Orcish Bowmasters. If any of those had stuck and survived, it would have been a very different story. But let's go. I did have fun. That was great. Thank you. I see 3 lands. We have a turn 1 Frodo, turn 2 Bowmaster, turn 3 Nazgûl. Keep. I cannot keep hard enough here. Oh my goodness. to the point where I'm even willing to play the Pathway on 1. I never play the Pathway on 1, but right now, let's freaking go. Well, that's usually why I don't play the Pathway on 1. Whatever, it's fine. All right. Frodo, get in, and we have the Bowmasters back. Up on, is it? Is it? It is it? All right. And instead, they did nothing. I'm just gonna level up Frodo. I'm gonna keep the Bowmasters back. Keep it simple. Then I'm gonna try to Nazgul. There's a high likelihood this gets countered, but reprieve, you say? All right. There's tempo counter. I'll get it back later. It's cool. No worries. This is fine. This is totally fine. All right. Brogrim Triome. Sure. Sure. Do I want to try to drop a sleeper here and keep up Bowmasters? I think I do. Because we have another one, and this produces 3 power on the board that they're going to have to dance with. So that's going to get reprieved, sure. That's totally tight. Honestly, I should have put the Bowmasters down first. That would have been smart, because then I would have gotten a trigger off the draw from reprieve. So, but I hadn't shocked in the Godless Shrine, so I couldn't have done that. So that was a missequence on my part. I should have put the land out first before I engaged the stack. Lotus Field with no... I mean, do they have Stifle? Discontinuity? That'll do it. All right. Well, before I end a turn, Bowmaster's coming down. Pop and face. Pop, pop. Alright. So yeah, they discontinuity their Lotus Field, so that trigger just didn't happen. Seems decent. Here comes the mother flipping Nazgul. Bowmaster's gonna pick up the ring because that's not a horrifying idea. Bam, bam, bam. Alright. So let's see, they have a butt ton of mana. They now have 6 mana at their disposal. Wrath of God, sure. Yeah. Alright, F my life. The whole thing. Yeah, it's fine. I wasn't using it for anything. Alright, Banana Sleeper. No need to kick it. Just get 3 power on board. That's it. That's all we're doing. Alright. And I'm just gonna do it again. Boom. I'm just gonna put 6 power on board. These are the cheesiest of cheeses, but... Sure, let's do that again. Neat. This is one of those how is your day going screenshots. So they're doing Oracle the Alpha BS. Honestly, there are few things in this game that I enjoy less than Oracle the Alpha resolving. That card is 100% time wasting Durdles. It's a mistake. I hate it. I wish it didn't exist on this client. All right. Let's just do this. I'm gonna drop that. They have the Black Lotus back. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, we got some sacks. Then I can cleanly attack in on Narset. In theory. Alright, cool. And I can try to play out the Nazgul here, but honestly, I'm just gonna sandbag it. Because there's a high likelihood they have another wipe. Honestly, they're trying to set up a situation where they can cast like 10 million spells in one turn and then take 10 million turns. If they're successful in that, the kind of value snowball that we're creating does not matter. They are playing a different game, and we're just trying to race them here. So, all right, Narset, sure. I'm not even drawing that many cards, so like, I don't really care. Oxjet, sure. I'm glad we haven't seen the Displacer kit, and that would be problematic, to say the least. Although the Edict effect, like Sheldon's Edict and the Banana Sleeper, get around that nicely, because like you can blink it a million times, doesn't matter. Is it in play when the Edict resolves? Because I didn't target squad, and I like that. All right, I'm gonna try to knock out Narset here. We're gonna try. If we draw a card we like, sure, just full cast Discontinuity. Yep. Because this is fine. This is perfectly fine. This is fun. This is what we're here to do. Alright. Trying to drop a Nazgul. Snapcaster, sure, yep. Alright. Grabbing Reprieve again. Holy balls, dude. That's like the 4th reprieve I've gotten hit with. I'm feeling very reprieved. You've done it, opponent. I've been reprieved. Yeah, so Snappy's gonna do its job. I'm still just sitting with this 3/1s. Crappy little 3/1. Man, I'm gonna find a way if it freaking kills me. They're gonna find a time warp, and none of this is gonna matter. I know that when I do Oracle the Alpha, which honestly, when I did Oracle the Alpha, let me put it that way, because I got better. I would generally rock Aether Flux as my win con. All right. Try to get Naz online. Get Nasty. Sure, another Snapcaster. Yeah, dude, man, you must be a blast at parties. Holy balls, this is exhausting. So how's your day going, viewer? Because I gotta say, this is tedious and truly exhausting. All right, I'm trying to rock another Kai's Ghost Form. Do you have your... Now, those are only 3 copies of Reprieve that they have levied against us so far. We have not seen the 4th one yet. I have no doubt they've drawn it at this point. Honestly. So, yeah, Sleeper's still here. Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, sorry for being such a negative. Sorry for being so negative. It's just this kind of setup. It feels truly hopeless. Like, this is going to be, like, just Turbo Fog Lockout. And I'm over here trying to play individual creatures. And, like, the Nazgûl value is very, very real and can be very, very powerful. So, like, I can't be mad that it's not working out for me here, aside from me just being unreasonable. Which, I mean, I'm happy to be unreasonable. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, like, yeah, so they have protection from everything, so attacking them makes no difference, but I might as well swing Narset. Oh, but I don't draw because Narset's here, of course. Tight. I didn't need that planes anyway, so whatever. No, this is going to be a waste. We're probably done here. I can't imagine. I can't imagine me coming back. Like, we need to get, I don't know, another Nazgûl, maybe? Yeah, that's trying to get Central Recall. Yeah, this is... this is why I don't play Historic. This is why I don't play Historic. Another Narset? Yeah. We're over here trying to win with an individual creature. They're casting half their deck a turn. We can't do anything. And they have the Ring Down, which I have no doubt they have multiple copies of it. They're going to be able to blink it. They're going to be able to bounce it. So, like, if I get another Nazgûl, I'll be able to theoretically swing face for 4, but, like, you and I both know that's not going to resolve. Like, it's not going to connect, and I'm going to be left with nothing. So, here we are. Honestly, my only hope is that the ring kills them before they find a way to kill me, which is possible, for the record. Like, the amount of damage that's going to deal to them is pretty significant. But they have 4 mana, and they probably just drew into another ring. So, cool. Yeah, I'm just going to swing face. I mean, they're at 9. I got to apply some pressure here. Yeah, at this stage in the game, when these kind of just Durdle deck, when they get to this point, playing against them, it feels like I'm on a tricycle and they're in a Formula 1 racer. Like, like the stuff I'm doing, the cards I'm playing, just cannot deal with this. Like, I cannot deal with this. This deck needs to value Snowball, go off, and kill very, very quickly. And we clearly didn't. And, yeah. Those discontinuities from our opponent came in, and even Castle Ardenvale is here now. So they're going to have chump blocks for days. For all of the days. Every last day. And all the main artifacts, sure. And the One Ring again. So even if I had half a dream of touching you, that's over now. Yeah, honestly, like, we've reached the point where I'm going to choose to preserve my mental health and my sanity first and foremost. So I'm just gonna scoop this. It's not worth it. All right, this hand looks fantastic. I also did tweak. I'm now using my version, so this is slightly different. The mana base is gonna look, well, a little more expensive. Whether it's better or not, I guess, is, you know, up for taste. I think it is, but yeah. And as a result, we now have like 4 Bowmasters and the like. So let's rock that out. We're gonna have Bowmasters on 2 and a Nazgûl on 3. Depending on how that lines up with our opponent, it has an opportunity to be really fantastic. So let's check it, yo. Opponent on Abzan. I'm assuming Greasefang, but who knows? We'll see. All right. Shiggity shock that in. Assemble the team. This is like a quasi-tutor kind of situation. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Don't love when the team gets assembled. It's definitely a bummer. And then let's do the mana efficient thing. Flash in the Bowmasters and start applying pressure. Poppity pops, poppity pops. Alright, we're gonna do this. Gonna go Nazgul. And the Nazgul's gonna pick the ring up. Get legendary, doggone it. Alright, pop, pop. They're on to 15. They haven't even played the third land yet. That feels great. That's exactly where we want this to be. Alright, so they're gonna shock that in. They're now at 13. And they got 3 mana open. Now, a lot of bad things can happen here for me. They'd be bad for me. Seal from Existence, okay, that's presumably gonna get hit by Nazgul? Honestly, of the two, I mean, Bowmasters is nuts, don't get me wrong, but the Nazgul represents a much more considerable threat. Unfortunately, I have another one, so we're good. This time, I'm gonna give the ring to the Bowmaster, that way we get the loot on the attack. Ding, ding, Seal Courtyard, don't need that, get it gone. Pop, pop, down to 11, we got fresh Naz online. Feeling good so far, but now, we're gonna be looking at turn 4. This is the Wrath Zone. Do they have it? Rest in peace. Main deck, rest in peace? That's not a bad idea. Like, that's not bad tech. I'm just surprised to see it. That's all. Like, given how much Abzan stuff and, like, Reanimator nonsense is out there, like, main deck rip is not a terrible idea. Don't get me wrong. Again, just surprised. All right. So I'm gonna swing here. We're gonna get the ring mill. I'll dump the caves, which just goes to exile, which is whatever. Yeah, so the main deck rip is like, it's not a bad idea, but it doesn't really affect me at all. Like, our deck doesn't care about the graveyard. You know, we're low to the ground critter aggro, so rock on. It's cool. It's definitely a cool meta call, and I'm sure it is useful. I mean, like, Phoenix gets pantsed by it, you know, Greasefang and whatnot, so don't hate it. But if I was our opponent, I wouldn't be super jazzed at this situation right now. So we have the Banana Sleeper, which is removal. If they drop a creature that is large and able to block, Solemnity. All right, we're gonna see 9 lives here in a second. That is just how this works. So I'm gonna go ahead and shock this in. If we Bowmasters, it puts them down to 6, buffs our army up. Believe that's good. So let's just, don't need land. So this is 4, 5, 6. Bowmasters makes 7, 8. Ding, ding. Oh, yeah, Solemnity. Well, it makes 7. That's still enough. We're still good. Right, the math doesn't work, but hey, I'll take it. Boom, that's what we're trying to do. Our opponent trying to set up some kind of like enchantment style pillar fort lock, and we got in under it. Feels good. All right. 4 lands is not ideal. It's not. Can't deny it. But we're going to have all of our colors set for the rest of ever. The 2 Shelly's Edicts are excellent. You know, legacy playable Sheoldred's Edict seems pretty good. So I'm happy with that. We can put the Godless Shrine down unshocked. And then Concealed Courtyard next. Bowmaster's up. I mean, a lot of great things start with having a Bowmaster up. So let's do it. Also, we're going up against Ninja? The Ninja? No way. Hey, man, we're not in Fortnite now. I got a chance at this. Show me Soul Warden. I want to pick off that Soul Warden. Yeah. Oh, man, I got you in my sights, Soul Warden. Let's go. All right. And you know what? The smart thing to do is probably let him untap here, but I'm not going to. This is going to gain him a life, and we're just going to pick it off. I want that thing gone, period. Now, they do gain the life from the Amass as well. That is frustrating, but it is what it is. All right, they have another Soul Warden style effect and Prosperous Innkeeper. And we have another Orcish Bowmasters, because I'm a freaking monster. So I'm just going to rock it. I'm just going to rock it out. Bomb, bomb. Second Bowmasters. Pop, pop. Gets in for 3 damage, and we've got the Edicts up. I'm assuming this is some kind of like Trelisara, Johnny's Pride Made Heliod situation. It's the Lifegain deck that I'm assuming we've, you know, if you've been playing Arena at any point in the last like 4 or 5 years, you've seen this deck. It is just the thing. Portable Hole, are you going for the army or are you going for the Masters? Are you going to be drawing cards is the question. If they are going to be drawing extra cards, going after the Bowmaster is 100% correct. If they are not, I think going after the army might actually be preferable. So, but either way, they made the choice. Tis what it is. I'm going to go ahead and each opponent stacks a non-token creature. I'm going to have you get rid of that Innkeeper, and we have another one back. Yeah, so this, I mean, we were trying to do it with Nazgul, but our deck is giving us the Bowmasters, so we'll do it with that. We're doing the tempo thing. We establish a threat, buzz up our opponent, punch in, and just keep punching every turn. That's the name of the game. It is what we are doing. Ambitious Farmhand, sure, this is going to go grab them with Plains. Now they're going to have 4 mana open after they hit their land drop. So, a lot of things can happen here. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah, so the Plains is down. I'm waiting for a Heliod or something. Alseid? Okay, yeah. That is acceptable. I'm wondering if they understand how Sheoldred's Edict and Protection stack up. Let's check them. Non-token creatures. Correct thing to do here is just sack the Ambitious Farmhand and leave Alseid back. Now, 100% incorrect thing to do. Activate Alseid, give Ambitious Farmhand Pro Black. They knew better. They didn't do it. Fair enough. Good work, opponent. All right. Kai's goes for him, chilling on the Bowmasters. Let's go. All right, that's delicious. Assuming it resolves, which is not a given. Opponent still has 2 mana back. Stuff can happen here. All right. Cracking in. See, do they block? Because that Kai's goes for him makes... There is not a good block here anymore. There used to be. There was a second ago. You know, trading for the Bowmasters, not bad. But now, you don't want to do that. Now, they have the green. They have mana open. They have Collected Company in that deck. I guarantee it. And so this situation is such, getting rid of the Innkeepers and getting rid of... There's Scurry Oak, of course there is. Getting rid of the Innkeepers and whatnot when we did was really excellent. Heliod, sure. I mean, they got Heliod Oak. Those cards just combo incessantly. It's just what they do. All right. You know what? I don't want them to. No, I need to prevent this, because if they gain that 1 life, it kicks off the Scurry Oak combo, and I'm dead. And then, well, no, actually, they don't have a Soul Sister or Soul Warden style effect down, so they wouldn't gain the life every time a creature drops. So never mind. It wouldn't have been like full on F your face brutal, but it would have been rough. So they have an opportunity to give Scurry Oak lifelink here, potentially, but they're gonna let it through, sure. So we got Frodo Baggins live and online. Feels good. It's a 1/2 for now. It's not gonna remain that way. All right. So Scurry Oak evolves, poops out a dude. Sure. As one does. Heliod can give it lifelink. They can comfortably swing here. And that's gonna buff up the Voice of the Blessed. Now, Frodo can beef up as well. You can buff up to a 2/3 if I'm not mistaken. 2/3 lifelinker. So that's what we're doing. So they'll bounce off each other, but there is going to be life gained, and as a result, Heliod's going to trigger, and another Squirtle's going to poop out. Yeah, Scurry Oak, man, that thing's ridiculous. And the ring hasn't tempted us once. So this is suboptimal. So we need some Nazgûl off the top. It's really what we're looking for. We're looking for that Nazgûl off the top. Boom. Yep. Dude, Heliod goes infinite with everything. Oh my goodness. Alright. Not even remotely helpful. That could not have been less helpful. Merge creatures come into a player. The player loses the game. Yeah, no, it doesn't gain any stat boost with that last buff. That is really unfortunate. Yeah, so I'm just sitting back, just chilling, with my thumb firmly up my buttocks. Alright. Just doing a whole crap ton of nothing. Alright, cool. Yeah, so we ended up bricking. They drew into the pieces they needed. And Scurryoak and Heliod both go just infinite with everything. Like, everything. You name a card, you can go in, like, those two. And so you put them together, and just crap gets dumb. And that's what we're going to see here. Now, Trelisara is another Ajani's Pridemate analog. It's not a, you know, lifelink magnet, so that's something. Do I want to trigger this? I could, but is it worth it? I mean, I guess I might as well. This is... Yeah, this is all bad. This is all bad. That said, the squad's going to get really, really big, but they're going to keep... Yeah, I was about to say, I might be able to get Frodo in for some sneaky action. But it's not likely. Yeah, now just counter-sly, and I'm sad. That's just all that happens here. Alright. Yeah, if we don't draw some action, I think I could scoop this, honestly. Yeah, so the Bowmasters come back. I get to knock out a squirrel. That's something, but... Yeah, we're not seeing any Nazgul. Like, this... We're just not getting there. And our opponent is, you know, one of these three cards that we eliminated earlier away from just going legitimately infinite with infinite life and infinite squirrels. At which point I have no recourse whatsoever. I'm not running Tainted Remedy in this list, although that might be some sideboard tech that might be worth considering. Honestly, in the best of one queue, no matter what format you're in, in Historic and Explorer, yeah, no. In Explorer and Historic, you're probably going to see this Lifegain list if you're in the queues. So running some kind of anti-Lifegain tech is probably really smart. Like, it's probably all you need to do. But yeah, no, we have nothing. They just have more on board. Neither of us have anything in our hand, and yeah, that's that. Honestly, they just need to give a handful of things lifelink and swing. That said, we are 24, so I don't know. Maybe we can pull off some sneaky nonsense. You know, like a faceless one into an Nazgûl, maybe. Like, that could be decent. Buff up the board a little bit. Kind of don't know what the waiting is for. Are you waiting for me to scoop, dog? Because nah, I'm going to make you have it. I'm happy to scoop when the game is 100% confirmed. It's like 90% set right now, but come on, man. Just do your thing. Yeah, they're going to give that lifelink. And Heliod, might as well, sure. I'm just going to take the 5 this time. We're probably going to draw another land. That's my assumption. That's my guess. Alright. I wish I had a way to actually just blank that. Honestly, this deck should probably run the ring. Not that it synergizes, it's just that much better than everything else, so we might as well run it. You know? Alright, so this is going to net -3. We're still at 21. But these things are doing their thing, and Scurryoak is popping off, so... They're a collected company into a Soul Warden away from just making me just the saddest guy on the planet. And we don't have an equivalent to that. There isn't a thing that we could draw that is going to just dominate here. Yeah, it goes from on the Bowmasters. That's doo-doo butts. That just does nothing. Yeah. These doo-doo butts. We're at a point right now where the Scurryoak and the Voice of the Blessed are big enough that they could even just straight up attack. Now, Bowmasters... They're going after Sarah, or they're going after Frodo. Yep, that makes sense. They understand that Kai's goes for him. They know that it would just loop back down. Yeah. Things are big enough that this is going to get the job done. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the way this is going to stack is going to allow me to pick off that Voice of the Blessed before it gets a counter. I could be wrong, but... Because the life is gained simultaneous to the Bowmasters. Oh, yeah, and it's their turn, which means mine will resolve first. Cool. So the Bowmasters comes back. So yeah, the Heliod stuff, all that jazz hits the stack. Sure. And now my crap should be hitting the stack here in just a second. They gotta pick their targets first. Sure. Do it up. Now goes for him. Triggers. So Bowmaster's gonna be able to pick out the Voice of the Blessed, which that's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. And now Heliod is no longer a creature because they lost two devotion. Knocked him down to 4. Tight. I'll take that. I'm still working with nothing here, but I gotta say, I'm feeling decent. Pff, tight. I knew it. I freaking... Did I not call that we were gonna draw a land? It is what it is. There it is. Godless Shrine off the top. I know how this works, man. When I am hellbent late in the game like this, the lands are not... Rosie and Scurryoak. That, I believe, goes infinite. Because, yeah, you poop out a token, you put the thing and the stuff. Yeah, they got it. Yeah, Rosie and Scurryoak. That's the thing. That deck probably has about 15 different ways to assemble that infinite. It was just a matter of time until they drew one. So be it. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. It means the world. I really appreciate it. So I gotta say, the deck has potential, and I found in those gameplay, or in the games that we played, when we were tangling with creatures on the board, our deck had an opportunity to really pop off and really sing and be the stronger of the two decks. When we were going up against more controlling situations or more combo situations that we're trying to get into the late game, we need to deliver a really powerful beatdown really fast. If we were unable to do that, we just ran out of gas. That happened pretty frequently. So I have no doubt that there are opportunities to tune that deck, maybe get some card draw in there, and really take it to the next level. But, man, when the Nazgûl show up, you can do some nasty stuff. So, thank you, Bunyip, for submitting this deck. It was a lot of fun to put this video together. And, yeah, with that, I want to give a huge shout-out and a huge thank you to the patrons that make this show possible, especially the Mythic patrons at the $10 level. That is Angry Jellyfish, Bunyip, L79, Carl Ligon, Ryan, Veilrith, X of Most Trades, and Yuck Foozy. Y'all are the best, and without you, this wouldn't be possible. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So with that, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you continue to have a fantastic day, and I will catch you on the next one.